Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about getting shards in the Illuvium overworld. What is the best strategy to acquire them? I'm going to show you the locations I've found to be the most mineral heavy because you're going to be wanting to mine those ores rather than the plants if you're going for shards so that you can capture more alluvials, okay? You will need to forge them in the 0 forge. If you don't know how to do that, I'll make another video, leave a comment down below, but I'm going to show you where I go to mine the resources and how fast it can truly be. Now I have sped up some parts of this, but I'm going to show you the best way to do it. Let's strap in. So now you're going to want to go to the obelisk. You can see the symbol right here in this spot down here. You just click on it to teleport to it if you're not at it already, essentially. And once you teleport to it, then you'll be able to travel by hitting the E key, okay? On controller, I don't quite know how to do it, so sorry. But you'll just hit the E key and you'll get onto it. So you click Crystal Waste and there's stage 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now, when you're going through these, stage 3 will net you the most rare items, but it will be really, really expensive. I've heard from a lot of people that stage 2 is probably the best way to farm, even though it's still also relatively expensive. But if you want to start farming the high tier stuff, this is a great way to do it. So you'll land at the obelisk, and now what we're going to do is we're going to look at my favorite two spots. So the first thing you want to do is check your heat map. So to go to the map, you hit the M key. To check the heat map, you hit the H key. And once you go to the heat map, you can see those in the red areas is where you've got a lot of resources, a lot of wakes for alluvials and all that sort of stuff. That's where it is. So you can just hit little waypoints by right-clicking the mouse and selecting it. And I've selected Soaker's Garden up the top. And now we're going to head over there and just make our way over there. I know this is a bit sped up. Slow down the video if you have to try and keep up. I didn't want to go crazy on this. Many of you probably already know how to get there. So I'm just keeping it relatively simple in this case. So I'm sorry about that. There is quite a bit of running through the desert. I don't know if there's a faster way, but this is just the way I used to get there. And this way is really neat because you'll actually end up atop the mountain cliff, and we're about to get there. So when you get on top of this mountain cliff, you can see how huge Soaker's Garden is. And you can also see that we spotted a mineral resource just there on our right. There's some up on the top of the cliff, so don't jump down straight away. I know it can be tempting. But when you get up to one of your mineral resources, what you're going to want to do is hit E to just open up the menu, and then hit R to extract it. Now you could scan it. I don't do it super often on the minerals. If you're really tight on energy, maybe in the higher tier areas, it might make sense to scan it, but I just extract it. Now, you can extract several times, basically until the ore runs out. That's usually about 3 times. Sometimes you will need 4, but I always find the 4th one is usually just 1 or 2 things, and you normally don't get anything, so it's rarely worth the risk. Let me just put it that way. So once you've done that, we can jump down to the chasm here. We'll keep flying down. There's no fall damage or anything in the Illuvium overworld, so always keeping that in mind for those of you concerned. I almost fell in the lava there. So to just place a beacon here, you just press the F key and then you left click your mouse button on the spot you want to go. What this means is you will be able to teleport to this beacon whenever you want. Also, if you die nearby, you will respawn at this beacon. And you can see as I'm scanning that there are lots and lots of harvestables and minerals and things in this area. You can just run around. You can usually find 3 or 4 at a minimum. Sometimes I found 8 once. It's pretty crazy. So if you want to go back to the main obelisk, you just open up your map with M and you hold left click on the obelisk icon. Now, the next place we're going to go into is Angwith's Graveyard. So we're going to go down there, set our waypoint again with right click, and we're just going to travel down there. And this journey is quite a bit longer. I probably didn't take the shortest route, but this is one of the easier ones to follow because all you do is you essentially in the early parts of Crimson Waste, what I found is you can get really high up on the higher areas. Try your best to stay up there. You can see how I'm using the ledges to reset my energy for my jetpack. And you just stay as high as you possibly can. And that usually makes traversal significantly easier. When you're down the bottom, trying to figure out which ledges you can get up to through your jumping and through your jump pack can be really, really painful. So try and stay as high as you can, as often as you can. And that's going to make your life a lot easier, especially for this part when you need to get out onto the outer surface, but when you're traveling to Angwith's Graveyard, okay? So as we're working our way over there, it's almost there. You can see a lot of really cool bones and things of Leviathans, and there's a particular spot here that's one of my favorites because this mineral is always here. I don't know if they're all really consistent, and I will be continuing to uncover that and try and figure that out. But this particular mineral spot is always there, and it usually gives me pretty good stuff as well. So that's my own little secret on this one. But there's sometimes 2 or 3 inside these hollow bones in itself, just like on its own. And again, don't forget to set your waypoint when you get there, because if you die, it's going to suck for you to have to go all the way back. But basically, you can see that there's going to be a lot of mineral sites in this area. You can see there's one right in front of me. I haven't quite scanned it, but it's just there, you can see. And this is my favorite one. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it made a lot of sense. I hope everyone's enjoying the Illuvium overworld. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. I'm going to have lots more of these tutorials, tips, videos, how to get through the map. Let me know down below what sort of content you want to see, what sort of things you're struggling with in the Illuvium and the Illuvium overworld. And I'm going to make as many tutorials and amazing content as you guys need. Have a good day, everyone.